All right, it's your favorite guy Samuel Oladipo, aka King Sammy. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to overcome bad trading habits. And bad trading habits are the reason why many traders are not successful. Trading habits, like we have always talked about this in your previous video, like revenge trading, not following with your trading plan, not following your truths, FOMO, fear of missing out. All these kind of habits are just there, and the only way you can be able to spot this habit is to set a well-defined rules and have a trading plan that will guide you during your trading session, so that you will not be able to indulge in those bad habits. And the same thing I have done, it doesn't mean that you will still not indulge in it. You are likely going to find yourself indulging in those habits, breaking your rules, and getting back into those bad habits. And in this video, you are going to learn how to make sure you stick permanently to your trading rules and become more disciplined to become a successful trader. And I want to be sharing a story of what actually happened to me today during my trading session. On another session, I entered this trade. It was actually my A setup trade. That setup is always going to be right 8 out of 10 trades. And immediately I entered that trade, I maximize my risk, which is, I usually risk 10%, but I maximize my risk to 20%. I enter with 2 positions, and in few minutes the trade started going into profit. But what actually happened was that I was too in haste to start trailing my stop, while the trade has not really moved that far closer to my take profit target. So immediately I trade my stop loss to keep managing my risk. Along the process, the price reversed and took me out of that trade. I was fucking pissed off. So at that moment, I discovered that I'm likely going to make a rational decision that could lead me to more losses. So I decided to step out of that trade and let it go. So immediately the trade started moving up and higher and higher and higher and higher to the predicted direction. But I was just becoming more pissed and emotional. But I decided not to take any trade because I don't want to break my rule. So I decided to wait for New York section, to wait for a pullback to the support level and continue upward with the trend. But unfortunately, at New York section, I was waiting for that to happen, but the trade keeps going higher and higher. Even the key level, the resistance level that I expect to take my profit, and the level that I expect the price to actually reverse and make a retracement, it doesn't. And that was where I actually started becoming anxious, and I decided to take a rational trade. And immediately I took the trade, I discovered that I was trading against the trend because I ought to be buying, and I decided to sell because I didn't wait for the retracements to happen. And I just felt like the retracement should start happening here without no enough reason for me to enter the trade. So after I turned the day, I discovered that I end up in a loss, and I was like, fuck, that's not good enough. I entered another trade, and boom, before you know it, I blew up my trading capital. I journal my emotion, I try to spot and get to know what actually happened that made me to behave in such a way that I would be blowing up my account. You know what actually happened after taking that loss? I just don't even care anymore if I will even lose the whole capital. And that is what actually happened because I keep on taking trades that doesn't even align with my setup and trading rules. And unfortunately, I blew up my account. After blowing up the account, I was pissed. I was, angry with myself. Like, what the hell did I just do again? Like, okay, in this kind of situation, the best scenario is to journal my emotions. How do I feel in this process? And I have a specific rule that will help me to guide me in my trading sessions, but I didn't follow them. If I follow them, it would have helped me to avoid these pitfalls during my trading sessions. And one of the things that I discovered during my journaling, and what are the reasons that caused this thing, is firstly, I ought to have cut out every distraction that will be coming, like calls, like business calls, during my trading sessions. So I think this is one of the things that got me distracted and get me back into that bad habit loop. So immediately I journal all this, but I decided to serve a punishment, because every rules and principles and trading principles that I have set for myself to guide me during my training sessions comes with a discipline, comes with a punishment if I don't abide with these rules. It comes with a specific punishment. I might be eating pepper, I might decided not to eat for the next 24 hours, or I might decide to dress woefully like somebody who is just crazy. You know how awful that looks when you go outside and people look like, wow, you are not somebody who dress like this. What's wrong with you? And you just like, I'm fine. That is that kind of punishment I give to myself. And this is just to hold myself accountable. This is just to hold myself accountable. I don't know, the reason why we're actually doing this is just to link something painful to that bad habit, so that next time you will not repeat it. Next time, if you're about to repeat that habit, you will remember, you will be able to remind yourself that the last time you broke your rule, the last time I broke my rule, I ate pepper. You are likely not going to repeat it. Or you know that the last time you broke your rule, you actually dressed woefully and people was like, who is this passing by us? Or the last time you broke your rule, you know that you suffer from severe hunger and you couldn't eat for the next 24 hours. You know how painful that could be. So and this is just to hold myself accountable for the mistakes that I made. But I might decide to go and eat my best food, my favorite food, after a trading loss, after breaking my rules. Yes, it is up to me. I can do that. I can do just anything I want. But you know for example, let's assume that the money that I just blew is for somebody, and the person is actually with me and seeing the way I blew up that money. That person is actually going to hold me responsible for that money and will ask me for his money back. But now there's nobody to hold me accountable and discipline me for my mistake, for doing those wrong things. And the reason why I have to link this pain to this bad habit is to hold myself accountable, so that I will not repeat the same mistake over and over again. And this is the only way you can break bad habits in your personal life, in trading, and in general. So in this scenario, I decided not to eat for the next 24 hours. Right now I'm hungry. I'm telling you, you can see it in my eyes. I want to eat. I ought to be eating by now, but unfortunately I'm not going to eat until the next 24 hours. So it's painful, and it's going to remind me next time that, boy, if you repeat this mistake, you are not going to be eating for the next 24 hours. You know how bad you know how painful it is for you not to eat when you feel hungry, when you feel hungry. This is just to develop some kind of discipline within you, and discipline is the only key to success in everything that you are doing, and especially when it comes to trading. If you are not disciplined, you cannot follow your rules, you cannot follow your trading plan, you will never become a profitable trader, and you will never be successful. So I want you guys to apply this same principle into your trading. Anytime you make sure you have a trading plan and your trading rules, anytime you break that rules, it is normal. Anybody can break rules out of impatience. Anything can happen. Even professional traders go through this a lot as well, but they also find means to also make sure they hold themselves accountable for it, so that they don't repeat the same mistake the next time. So the reason why I'm punishing myself, and I've decided not to eat for the next 24 hours, is because I have broken my rules. I have entered a trade when I don't have any setup. I'm just trying to look for something, just to make some money, so that the day will not end zero. But unfortunately, the day doesn't end zero, it ends negative. So bro, it's not gonna be easy. So I'm gonna be here. I'm not gonna be eating nothing until the next 24 hours. Make sure you apply this to your own trading rules, and anytime you break your trading rules, you break your trading plan, make sure you punish yourself for it. Make sure you lick a specific painful thing that you know you can always remember that no, this is uncomfortable for you, so that you will not get back into that habit. That is the only way you can break that habit easily. Bad habits are very bad, are very hard to break. So, and the only way you can break them is to link pain to it. So I hope you find this video very useful, and if you want more of these videos, if there's anything you want me to talk about, please kindly leave a comment in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.